Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. In front of me we have
Gaurav Khazanchi, and in front of me we have...
Christopher Coombs himself.
So I was on social media very comfortably this time.
Social media.
Because I've seen the new episode of Game of Thrones, I've seen other things, and I was very safe. Anyway, so this thing popped up on my feed, and I don't know if it was someone actually sent this email, but it was written up and there was a screenshot.
Wait, so is this like a meme? Oh, so it's a screenshot photo of...
It's a photo of someone who wrote an email to
Okay.
Harvard University
Okay,
in response to a rejection letter.
okay.
They probably didn't send it, but I found it very entertaining. So this guy's obviously received a rejection letter from Harvard University.
Yep.
So they've written back, "Dear Harvard Admissions Committee, thank you for your interest in giving me a Harvard rejection letter. I have reviewed your letter and I am impressed with your rejection reasons and other suggestions. However, I have received many rejection letters this year. Therefore, after careful consideration, I have decided not to accept your rejection letter." He keeps going. "Please understand that this is not a negative evaluation of your rejection letter, but rather a reflection of my unique choice criteria. Once again, I appreciate your courage to give me a rejection letter and I wish you every success in your future rejecting. I'll see you all on campus in August."
Wait, what do you mean I will see you on campus? That's obviously not happening.
Exactly. He's just saying, he's forcing himself.
What an absolute beast. Let's get into it.
So far, so good. So remember how Chris said he may, or actually most likely, be doing the thing last week, which was seeing Avengers Endgame. Well, guess what? Did you see it?
Dun-dun-dun-dun. No.
Yeah.
But hang on a second. As we're recording today, I'm actually watching it tomorrow. Well,
Okay.
I'm planning to if
So
there's
you're
tickets
saying
available.
by the time this episode is released, you would have watched it. But
Well,
you don't even
if
know
there's
because
if
you
there's
haven't
tickets available,
got... Yeah, the
then
tickets...
yes.
Dude, they made 1.2 billion in the opening weekend.
Is that like a record?
Yeah, that's a record. For the
Wow.
opening weekend. That's crazy.
Wow.
How much money? That's so much money.
That's yeah, that's quite a bit of
They've...
money.
Yeah.
But who gets that money?
Everyone. Actually, a friend was telling me today
No, but
that
like the actors and all the workers, they just get paid a set amount.
apparently
So all that money.
apparently Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man, gets a percentage of a certain percent of each movie.
Really?
Yeah, so
That must be in his
millions.
contract or something.
yeah, it must be because he's like the main guy.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the Avengers started with him essentially.
yeah.
I know the Hulk came out first and all that, but he was the first. I know technically Captain America's the first Avenger, but he was the first Avenger.
Makes no sense whatsoever. But it wouldn't be Avengers without good old Robbie.
Yeah, good old Robbie. That's the actor's name, not the character's name. So I'm just
Obviously.
educating Chris because he's got no idea.
No. I've seen all the Avengers so far.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
So far,
Dude,
so
I've watched
good.
like most of them with you as well.
No, we saw the first Captain America together, and I
Yeah.
remember you said, "Oh, let's go see this movie because this guy gets shredded and there's some Red Skull guy." So you had no
I was
idea.
actually pumped as for Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America. It was. I knew
It was pretty boss.
Yeah, it was a Chris movie.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't think you've seen all 21.
All 21?
Yeah, there's 21.
Get out.
There's 21.
No, there's not.
This Endgame is the 22nd film in the
okay.
series, so you definitely haven't seen all 21.
Nah, okay. Nah.
Yeah, you haven't even seen.
I've seen like the last probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
Is that...
I
that's fair?
watched the second Avengers with you, Age of Ultron,
Yeah. No,
You-
we watched... I'm pretty sure we watched the last one.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that with
You
you.
sure?
100%.
You sure?
I've 100%.
I watched it with a bunch of people.
I watched it with the groom, Michael.
Oh,
yeah,
shout out to
shout out
Michael.
to Michael, man.
Shout outs to Michael. He's actually going to Europe, man.
He is.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking of going there around the same time
Really?
because my little sister's going, and I'm thinking I may as well.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone's gonna be, and my cousin's there at the moment. She's been there for like a year.
Yeah.
So then they were like, "Come, it's going to be a good time if everyone's there at the same time."
But you're going to meet like in London, but it's only going to be like a couple of days.
No, I'll stay for minimum a week.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been. The only place in Europe I've been to is Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Spain.
Hey! We didn't even 3, 2, 1, man.
So
We're on a
far,
new
so
roll.
what?
So far, so Spain. Okay, I want to also give a shout out, huge shout out to so some of our listeners, some of our like most, I'd say, VIP listeners.
So far, so listeners.
So far, so listeners. So far, so listening, because it's not past tense. They're going to continue listening.
That's right.
Our so far, so listenings. Some of them who I see occasionally, and let's say I'm with listener one, and they're a good listener of ours, and we're out somewhere, maybe at some social event or something, and he gives me a beer.
Yeah.
They'll almost always say, no matter what drink it is, here, have a Heineken.
I get Great Northern from everyone.
Yeah, Great Northern.
Always.
If it's not a Great Northern, I'm having a Great Northern.
Yeah.
But
no matter what they're drinking, they'll be like, oh, it's good Great Northern.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all for it, guys. Please keep it going, because I was actually listening to that bit where you so confidently said, yep, Asahi, 100%.
Yeah.
Or, yep, definitely Heineken. And it just made me so happy. It made me so happy. I wanted to do something like that
But the
again.
thing is, like, the environment around you changes your perception of things. Stay with me here. Stay with me here. The reason I thought it was Asahi was because, firstly, it slightly tasted like Asahi, but I know Asahi's your favorite beer. So you put... See, your environment
then you weren't doing the
changes your
test.
perspective.
You weren't doing the taste test. You were doing a situational judgment test.
Yeah, but if someone asks you something, you take everything into account.
No,
you don't just take one thing.
If I say, Chris, what's your favorite color? You're not going to look at me and be like, ooh, I think his favorite color is blue. So I'm going to say aqua.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you asked me, okay, I'm getting some beer for us, which one should I get? And then I said, just get whichever one, like, get a random one. I would guess Asahi because I know it's your favorite, which is why I guessed that one, because I thought one's gonna be Asahi.
But that wasn't the test, and none of them were Asahi. But apart from that, remember that time you did say choose this beer, and I got some random German beer, and it wasn't very nice.
That was absolute rubbish.
It wasn't the worst. It wasn't Great Northern, but it also wasn't Asahi.
Yeah.
But you know what? Once it was ice cold, it was doable. It was doable.
Also, shout outs to Corey, Caitlin's brother.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what happened, right? Well, I'm at Caitlin's house. We're watching the NBA.
Yeah.
And then Caitlin's mum walks in with some chocolate.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, does anyone want some chocolate? And we're all like, yeah. And I taste it. I'm like, ooh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Corey's like, so Chris, Easter egg chocolate or normal chocolate?
What a so far so listener.
And-
what a so far so listener.
And they all agreed that Easter eggs are made in mass production, so it's obviously cheaper quality.
Yeah.
Not as good.
No one ever agreed to that. No one ever agreed with that. That's ridiculous. Shout out to everyone for not agreeing with Chris on that. Okay, now that we're on a roll with shout outs, I've got another shout out to some of our so far so listeners.
Okay.
Who said, man, I'm so excited for your Us episode, but I haven't listened to it yet because I haven't seen the movie. But it makes me happy because it means we successfully didn't accidentally spoil the movie for anyone.
That's right. We don't give spoilers because we don't like spoilers.
Except for that one time, I think it was episode 2, maybe 3, where Chris just blabbed out the spoiler of Horrible Bosses 2. So I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen Horrible Bosses 2 already, what are you doing with your life? That's the real question.
Probably watching good movies like Lord of the Rings or one of the 21.
That's got nothing
Marvel.
on Horrible Bosses.
Okay, I'll give a specific shout out to Anshula, my cousin. She said she learnt so much from listening to the Us discussion.
Really?
Episode. Yeah.
Did she watch the movie first?
She watched the movie first,
Oh,
of course,
thank
of
God.
course.
Thank God. I don't want to give spoilers, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, we successfully didn't give those spoilers, so I'm glad. Also, I stayed away from the Game of Thrones spoilers.
Really?
By the time this episode's released, shortly after, the next episode will be there. But this was an epic episode. This was an epic-sode of Game of Thrones.
Epic-sode.
It was an epic-sode.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a movie-length episode, and almost the whole episode. Spoilers. I'll just give a pause for the spoilers. Was like a battle. It was a big battle.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
The Cold War, I
It's
believe
not
it was
called the Cold War. That's some historical.
What was
That's
the-
an
what
that's a
was the
real
war
war.
called?
It was called the Battle of Winterfell.
Ah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Look,
I knew it was one or the other.
technically, it's a Cold War. I'll give you that. I'm impressed.
No,
You've
because you know
impressed
how
me.
they're like winter is coming, so I presumed it's a war in the cold.
No, but last season winter has come. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
so
they
it's
said that.
now winter.
Yeah.
So it's now a war in winter, which makes it a cold war.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with you
No,
calling it.
I'm just. That's where my.
I would have
process
been
came
mad
from.
if you said it was a civil war, but I'm happy you said the Cold War.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
It actually
But that's
makes
what I mean.
sense.
Like the environment changes your perspective.
Oh my god, not again. All we know for sure is the sunrise in the morning and sets at night.
And sets at night. Everything else is a variable.
Shout out to Jen, actually. She said that, I was on the phone and she said that to me. We were disagreeing with something. And she said, you know what? All we know for sure is the sunrise in the morning and sets at night, like Chris says. And I said, wow,
very
shout
true.
out.
Very true.
Good on her. Speaking of winter, actually, it's been getting pretty cold in Melbourne these days.
Yeah, it has. Although it hasn't got freezing just
Not
yet.
not freezing, but sometimes the
is-
mornings are ice and it warms up later.
Mm.
But what annoys me is I dress up for the cold. And then when I go, you know what? Perfect example in Japan. It was winter in Japan when we were there. We'd dress up, we'd like warm up. But then we'd go inside somewhere and everywhere in Japan had full blast heaters on. And now I'm hot.
Yeah.
But I've dressed for the cold.
Mm.
So I think they should just not turn the heaters on.
That's actually an interesting point. Very interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
It is interesting. But even though you're rugged up with clothes, you're still cold when you're outside.
Yeah.
So the idea is that when you come inside, you're nice and warm.
But I'm double the warmth.
Yeah, but your warmth is a lot warmer than other people's because you're always warm.
You know what? That's true. People have said that to
You're
me.
a warm-blooded guy,
Well, we all are. Humans are warm-blooded.
but you're like extra warm.
Chris is trying to say I'm hot.
Like
I'll
if
take
you
it.
were a coffee, I wouldn't have to ask for extra hot
Oh!
because you already are. Not in looks wise. I mean temperature. So
Yeah, no,
don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm
there.
saying temperature. I wouldn't describe my temperature as hot. I would say it's warm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So-
you're warm when everyone else is neutral. So that's the issue.
No, okay, look. All we know for sure is the sun rises in the morning and sets at night.
That's right. That's right.
I've actually been going to the Melbourne night food markets.
What?
Yeah.
Where's the invite?
I've been going straight after work with work people, man. You don't work with me anymore.
Wow.
Ever since you quit that grocery store.
Hey, you quit as well, man.
You quit before me, so technically
You quit the first one before me.
Yeah, but then you got me back there.
Well, I had to get that referral bonus, man.
Actually, shout out to my mum. She said that's her favourite episode.
Really?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one about the supermarkets?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She loved
has
how...
She, has she worked in a supermarket before?
She has not, no.
Oh, okay.
She used to be a teacher.
But like before all that stuff,
Before that, she...
like casual job or anything?
Nah, dude, nah. It wasn't like that back in the days
Well,
in the motherland.
maybe then she didn't know. That's why.
Didn't
She
know
didn't
that.
know like what those jobs were actually like.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, she found it very amusing.
Yeah.
And then Smriti, my little sister, was like, oh, man, that's such a bad work ethic. And I said, no.
What's a bad work ethic?
We were great. We were great.
We were like the hardest workers
We were
they've
like-
ever seen.
Exactly.
What
so,
on earth?
shout out to Smriti for that false accusation. But I said...
Smithy, if you're around, just you're sad.
You know, well, she's worked with both of us before.
That's true.
So she would know our...
But which part was bad work ethic?
No, she was just joking around. But
Oh, she was trolling us.
she was just trolling.
Ah,
But
okay.
it's because we said things like we'd go to the back, kick around a sticky tape soccer ball.
Oh, well, you know, when you work so hard and finish things early, that's
Yeah.
when you get a chance.
When you get to a certain level of
Goodness.
Goodness, yeah. So far, so
For
goodness.
goodness sake.
So as I was saying, I've been going to these Melbourne night markets, all right?
Yeah.
So one of my friends, Elise, brought it up. She said, oh, they're having these European nights. Each Wednesday night is a different sort of... It's going to be different food. So one's Italian, the next Wednesday is French, the Wednesday after that's something else. So we're like, cool, this is really cool. So the night we went was, and I'm doing finger quotation marks right now, Western, one of the stern Europeans. So then I'm like, what sort of food is that? They're like, oh, sausages, all that. And I was thinking, yeah, don't worry, there'll be a bunch of options, there'll be plenty of stuff. So we go there and there was plenty of stuff. Also, when I order food, I use an alias name, which is Gus. Because people can't get my name straight up, and sometimes they just can't be bothered writing my name.
Yeah, I've heard you do that many times.
A lot of times,
Many times.
Actually, throwback to an old story when I ordered pizza once at a night market, and I said, my name's Gus. And I saw him write down on the piece of paper, G-A-S. Gas. So he got my fake name wrong too. So I just thought, I'm just not going to say a name from now on.
That is hilarious. Just whatever you do, don't put Gus on your flight ticket.
I would never, man. You do my flight ticket for me.
That's right, because I'm always the organised one. Why am I always planning everything?
Well, you like doing the planning. Except
Do
that one time we went to Queensland and you lost our itinerary printout, which we didn't need. But
Sorry, it was on the way home. So worst case scenario, we were stuck on holiday.
Yeah, actually, that's a dream come true. That really
is. I always want like something to happen where the flight gets cancelled for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, remember it almost happened to me in Europe. I told that story.
Oh, that story, yeah. That story was like half an episode.
Yeah, flying high.
Yeah.
But I didn't want that because I was by myself. But if I'm with a group, it'd be so good if we were like stuck for 3 days.
I totally agree. Because the closest I got to that too was when I was by myself and I was 15 hours in Barcelona airport. And
that's because you had a 50-minute transit.
Yeah, and
we knew you were never going to make that.
No, I would have made it fine. It was 1.5 hours, but what happened was the first flight got delayed.
I thought it was like 50, dude.
No.
50 minutes.
50 was on the way, and I actually made it.
Yeah. Okay.
I jumped in front of that line. I was like, "Yo, please, my flight's about to leave."
Smart.
It was the way back when the first flight was delayed, so I would have missed my transit. But we've told this story. Back to the night markets. So, whatever. It's Eastern European night, Western European night, one of those. It was a great time. And then the next week, it was a French night. So we're like, yeah, let's go to this French night. There's going to be croissants. There's going to be all this cool French food, whatever. I just couldn't think of any more right now. So I was stuck with croissants. Anyway, we get there, and it's exactly the same.
Are you serious?
Exactly the same. But we
That's
still
hilarious.
had fun. But on top of that, I figured out a really good system. Because the worst thing about these night markets is the lines. So while I'm in line for one, I've made my order, and I straight away stand in line for another place. I'll order there, and by the time that's done, my food in the first place is ready. And by the time I've eaten that, my food in the second place is ready. So
interesting.
That's why they call me...
Does that always work?
I've only done it once. You have to judge the lines.
Yeah,
you can't just do it with anything.
So from this, what do they call you?
God.
In your dreams, No, what you should do is you should get one of your friends to go in one line, you go in one line, and then you order something for each other. So then you know you're not going to miss out. Because what if you go in the other line, your food's ready, and you don't hear it?
Well, then I'll just be like, yo, hold up a sec. I'll go get my food and I'll come back. I'll be like to the guy behind me, save my spot. Save my spot, I'll be back.
Hopefully he's a decent human being, or that could
Dude, the world's
cause
full
some
of decent human
controversy.
beings.
It is,
Yeah.
but you can come across the undecent ones.
No, but you know...
Have you heard of that species?
Yes.
The undecent human.
Yeah, they're part of the Triangle Eye group.
They got those triangle eye forehead tattoos.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. No, but I know a solid group of decent people that I can say for sure, and that is all of our So Far So listeners. I really don't like this name. It doesn't work.
So Far So listeners.
But it's stuck. It's already become. It's become.
Leave it with us. Unless anyone has any suggestions, we would love to hear them.
Yeah, all around the world. Like, we love all the messages we get from all you guys, and we really appreciate that.
The thing is, we love everyone equally.
Yeah, no matter what.
Actually, not equally. We love everyone.
Okay.
Not necessarily equally.
But especially our So Far So listeners.
Well, they're obviously at
the top.
At the top. Like, if you're talking about Mount Fuji, like, our listeners are like Mount Everest.
Oh, that was a good analogy. Speaking of mountains, on the weekend, went out with a bunch of friends on this hike.
Oh, yeah, you went on a hike.
It was a little hike, yeah. Down near the west side of Victoria. Oh, for people around the world, Victoria is the state at the bottom of Australia, above Tasmania, which looks like a country, but it's the state of Australia.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're at this hike, and you know how there's obviously a dedicated path on this hike.
Yeah, I presume that would be something you would do. You wouldn't be able to go off track. You'll probably hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm getting to is there is the dedicated path, but sometimes there's this path that gets created from people making their own shortcuts.
Yeah,
So you know how they
yeah.
cut through, and then because of that happening progressively over time, another path has been made. But you can tell it's like a makeshift path, and it's just sort of killed the vegetation around because people have been walking on it.
Yeah, not a good thing, I guess.
Not a good thing, but these things happen. I didn't make the path, I just saw it.
That's right.
Okay, so me and Tanana are walking about the same speed. And this is on the way up the mountain. It wasn't a hectic walk. We've done, I think the most hectic walk was the one in Sri Lanka. But
yeah.
this one was very, very much easier than that. So Tanana and I are going around the same speed. And, sometimes we're at the very front, sometimes we're second from the front. No big deal. We're not racing, but we were mostly winning.
So you were really trying to win.
So we were winning. I'm just saying, not everything's a race, but we were winning.
Were you racing?
No, we were just winning. Even if we were coming last, we would have been winning.
But you were really trying to stay at the front, weren't you?
But it wasn't much of an effort. It just happened.
Wow.
When you're a natural winner,
Look at this.
These things happen.
Didn't know you were such a hiker.
So we're following the dedicated path. And then we see the first one of these sort of man-made shortcut paths. And we think, yeah, let's do it. It's a little bit more rebellious, and there's some branches you have to dodge. It's a bit more adventurous. All it did was cut like a very small corner, but we liked it. And it was our first shortcut. Anyway, all the way up to the top, we probably took about 3 or 4, maybe 5 of these shortcuts altogether.
Yeah.
So then on the way back, we were super confident about these shortcuts. And we take a couple down and we're like, yeah, we're winning again. We're miles ahead of everyone else because of these shortcuts we've been taking. And then I go to Tanan, look, Tanan, it's that first shortcut we took on the way up. Let's go back down. So we start going back down and we're dodging the branches and we're dodging the rocks, I'm stripped down to my shorts now, so I've got scratches.
How many pairs of clothes were you wearing?
So it was one of those things where I prepared. I was wearing shorts and pants on top. So when I started to get hot, I took off my pants.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got scratches all over my legs, and then I'm thinking, man, this is longer than the way up. I'm a bit iffy. Then we keep going down, and we go all the way down on this mini hill, and then there's no path. So I'm like, Tanan, we're lost.
That was it was definitely the wrong path.
It just wasn't a shortcut.
So then what did you guys do from there?
So we went all the way back up and we snuck in last place. Everyone had caught up by then. So it just felt like a very, lazy Sunday thing to do.
That's quite adventurous though.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
I had battle scars, and I may still have battle scars.
Yeah, wow.
When you get those scratches that aren't that it's not a big injury.
Yeah, they just look good.
No, not even. It just leaves like a white mark. Because you got dry skin.
Yeah.
That was my battle scars. My legs were full of them.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's how you know you worked hard.
Exactly. Battle scars. And that's why you wear shorts, just to show off the scars.
Well, on Sunday, it wasn't great weather.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys did a hike on Sunday.
That was on a Saturday.
Oh, that was on Saturday.
But it felt like a Sunday thing to do, right? It's a hike.
Yeah. It does feel like a Sunday thing.
Exactly.
So the thing is, I actually had to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to go out Friday. Everyone went out.
Yeah.
I didn't go out. I'm getting too old for this go out before work thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're pretty much 30, hey?
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's your birthday on the 2nd of April. We know. You've just turned 35.
All right, just for the record, I'm 26. I'll just say it. I'm not one of those people that, that you ask their name and you're like, oh, all embarrassed. Whatever, I'm 26. I just want you to know so you know I'm not 30.
Well, my theory is after 25, you're 30. I'm 25. Just for the record, guys, I'm 25.
Technically not.
Okay, continue with your 30-year-old story.
So I had to work Saturday, so I didn't, get to go out Friday. Bit depressing. Saturday night, there was nothing really happening, Watched a bit of footy.
Yeah.
Had a couple of beers, I guess.
All right.
Great Northerns.
Great Northern?
Yeah.
Or Heinekens?
Great Northerns. No, Great Northerns.
Okay, all right.
Had a couple of Great Northerns. Didn't really do much. Then Sunday, I had all these plans. I didn't tell anyone. I just thought it in my head.
Okay.
I had all these plans like, could go for a drive, could go for a hike.
Oh, very nice.
Did cross my mind.
Okay.
Could do many things, Could go out and play some basketball outside. I got nothing on, so why not?
Yeah.
Woke up, the weather was trash.
Yeah.
It was raining. It was windy.
Okay.
Absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
So basically, I did essentially nothing. I watched 2 NBA games.
Yep.
I watched an AFL game.
Yep.
And then I watched TV after that as well.
So you're just trying to glorify your TV watching.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not one of those guys that watches dumb shows.
Whoa. There's no such thing as a dumb show.
Yes, there.
Okay. I'll tell you a show that I thought was dumb.
Okay.
But I think it's in one of my one of my favorite shows to watch when I've got nothing to watch.
Wait, so when did you think it was dumb?
Okay. When I say dumb, I mean I didn't look into it enough and I was a bit naive on it.
Oh, so you didn't want to watch it.
So I saw it here and there and I was just thinking, man, this is dumb.
Okay.
But when I sat down and watched it, it was a gold mine. It was like my TV had given birth to a new god.
I know what it is.
You don't know what it is.
I know what it is.
I swear on my life you don't know what it is.
Okay.
But we can 3, 2, 1 it anyway. 3, 2, 1.
1.
Teen
Brooklyn
Titans
Nine-Nine.
go.
Damn it.
Okay, no. Let me expand on this when I discovered this.
What was the show?
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go.
Firstly, it's a cartoon.
Is it like some kid cartoon?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
the Teen Titans, I'll give you a very quick history. The Teen Titans are some of the superheroes from the DC universe, and they're all sort of teenagers, and they sort of have their own team. So they're like a young Justice League.
Okay. I hear you.
Okay. So now, there used to be all this, all those superhero cartoons, and it's very cool and serious and action-y. This is nothing like that. So they've taken those characters, made them very, very cartoony, and very, like, kids cartoony, and it's more of a sitcom-y style funny show that doesn't take itself seriously at all. And a lot of diehard fans are super angry about the show because how they've destroyed the characters. But
Wait, diehard fans of the show?
as in diehard fans of Teen Titans or DC in general.
Okay, yep.
There's a lot of haters on the show, but I will happily and openly admit how much I love Teen Titans Go.
Wow.
I'll give you my reasons. Number one, it's not a kids show, man. It's a kids show, but it's not. There's a couple episodes that get so deep, and I'm thinking, no kid is gonna understand this. This is next level. It's proper funny. It's hilarious. I laugh out loud sometimes. It's just, and some of our So Far So listeners know how much I love the show, and every time I'm at Michael's house, we don't know what to watch. I say, let's put on Teen Titans Go.
Does he watch it as well?
He recently has gotten into it. He's converted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So why did I bring up Teen Titans Go again? Yes, it's not a dumb show.
So we're just talking about dumb shows.
So that's what
when
I mean.
I mean dumb shows, I mean shows that like nothing happens and you just I don't know. I don't know what I mean by dumb show.
Okay, do you have an example of a dumb show?
An example of a dumb show.
Like a proper dumb show that you've seen before and you thought, this is the dumbest show, I will never watch this again.
Yes. 100%.
Alright, hit me up.
Married at First Sight.
Oh, I 100% agree, man. High five. High five. We did a high five, Mike.
We just like spun in between all the cords and microphones to give a high five.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by that.
Hashtag behind the scenes, so far so good.
Ooh.
But yeah, what I'm saying is I've been roped into watching it and it is absolute rubbish.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, like, a dumb show is a soul-sucking type of show that makes you stupider. So what I'm saying is I didn't spend my Sunday watching something that's going to make me dumber.
Okay, so you watched some smart things.
Well,
Okay,
I did.
So
I
you
did.
watched some sports, done. That's cool.
Mm.
All good. You watched NBA, Raptors won, all G.
Yeah.
What after that?
Survivor.
Is that...
Survivor, yeah, you learn a lot about personalities and stuff like that. No, seriously. Seriously. You can laugh all you want. The So Far So listeners...
People can say the
know
same
what
thing
I'm
about maths. Married at First Sight.
Nah, no way, because it's all put on. It's fake, dude.
Yeah, but dude, so is Survivor, man.
Nah, no way.
They get fed off camera.
No way,
100%.
Who said that?
My teacher.
What does she know?
He's
Has
a
she
he.
been on the show?
He's a he.
Has he been on the show?
No, but he was my media teacher.
Did he go on the show?
Yeah, but you're saying if there was a Survivor contestant that couldn't survive, the producer will just let him die.
they're not gonna die. They eat.
Yeah, but they get fed off camera for sure.
Okay, so what if they get fed a little bit off camera?
Okay, no, I just wanted you to say that.
Well, I don't. There's no proof.
There's no proof that they don't. I reckon if we Google it, we can find proof easily.
Okay, let's leave that for another day. What I'm saying is, so Survivor is a game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually, I'm gonna say it's one of the hardest, like, I reckon it's one of the hardest things to win in the world because.
Whoa, including the Olympics?
No. I'm not talking about like sports stuff.
Okay, you
I'm
mean like
talking,
reality game show?
like things that you need your personality to win, or
Okay.
you need your mind to win. Like
Okay.
it's all a mind game.
Yeah,
at the end
yeah,
of the day.
of course.
Like, obviously there's physical challenges and stuff, but not one person is going to win every single one. So at the end of the day, you need to rely on, strategy and...
because people vote each other out and
Exactly.
whatnot and all that.
So the reason it's the hardest game in the world is because you've... No, listen.
Okay, no,
Stay with me.
When you say that, when you keep saying the hardest game in the world, I'm thinking of so many deep games like
Stay
surviving.
Stay with me here. People go on this show as like... It's like their dream to go on this show.
Okay.
Survivor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So... You have to vote people out of the game, crushing people's dreams.
Okay.
But then at the end of the game, you have to get those people to vote you as the winner.
So
it's hard, man.
So you have to vote people
How
out.
conflicting is that?
So you vote people out, but you have to get the people you kicked out to vote for you.
Yeah, so essentially, in a nutshell, let's say 20 people go on.
Yeah.
Right? The first, 6 people are just out, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then with the remaining bunch... You have a final 3,
yeah,
and then the rest are called a jury. So
Okay.
it's like, so at the end, you've got 3 people left, and the jury vote on who they think should be the winner. Whoever gets the most votes wins.
Oh, so when you get kicked out of the game, you're not like off the show, you go home and have a good life. You're still on the show as a jury.
Only if you make it to a certain stage. So like, let's say the first 6 people don't make it.
Yep. And
Right.
then why do they judge a winner? How do you win?
Well, they judge the winner by who played the best game or...
And these are all
whatever.
those sort of puzzle games and all those sort of challenges.
No. So what it is, the challenges, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know how Survivor works?
So now
Oh my
I'm
God.
questioning myself.
I'll give you a quick nutshell, right?
Okay. Well, no, I'll give you a nutshell. You tell me if I'm right. These
Okay.
people go to an island. They are stuck there. They may or may not like each other. Then they play a bunch of games. There's like 2 or 3 or many tribes, and then people vote each other out and kick each other off the game.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Well, essentially.
Okay.
But the way it works is, how there's physical challenges and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if you win a challenge, this is like very basic. I'll go in depth if I want, but I'm just saying very basic.
Yeah.
So, okay. It starts with tribes,
Yeah.
right? If one tribe wins, then they're safe.
Yeah.
The next tribe has to go and vote someone out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So then after that happens, let's say 6 people get voted out, then they all become as one.
Okay.
So now when they do a challenge, only one person wins.
So it's
Everyone
all
for
all.
themselves,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Right? So if you win, you can't get voted out.
Okay.
And then they do another challenge. They vote, you win, you can't get voted out, they vote someone out,
So
blah, blah, blah.
it is a game of skill then.
Yeah, but the way the challenges are so spread that different skills can win different challenges.
So it's like if you're the most athletic person in the world, it's not
Doesn't
all
mean
sort
you're
of
gonna
athletic.
win. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you're going to win. Like, no one's won every single challenge.
So what you're
It's
saying
just-
is
it just hasn't happened.
I have a chance 'cause I'm not the most athletic person
You
in the
don't
world.
need to be athletic at all.
Okay, not bad.
You can lose every single challenge and win the game.
Oh, really?
You can.
So that's why
As
you're
long
saying.
as you don't get voted out.
That's why you're saying. I quote. This is the hardest game in the world to
It
win.
it is the hardest game in the world. I'm telling you.
Okay.
The So Far So listeners understand.
I don't know if the So Far So listeners waste their time watching a dumb show.
Get out. No, but if you really think about it,
Okay.
right? You have to vote other people out, crushing their dreams of being on this show.
Okay.
But then at the end of the day, they're the ones who vote for the winner.
Yeah.
So it's hard, man.
Okay, I know what you
It's
mean.
hard.
It's very hard. You have to be very almost manipulative.
Very,
Okay.
very.
Oh, and for the record, I don't think Survivor's a dumb show. I just haven't watched it
Yeah.
properly.
If you watch
Um,
it properly and see the like strategy involved and all
Yeah.
that stuff, it's actually, I love it, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you're a
love
big
it.
fan. You've talked about Survivor in the TV shows episode
Mm.
as well.
I've watched every single season.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all around the world, like not just Australia.
Oh, I've watched a couple of no. So it started in America.
Oh.
Right. They've done like like spin-off. It's almost like exactly the same.
Yeah.
In a few other countries. I've watched a few other country ones.
Yeah.
I've watched all the Australian ones. I've watched a couple New Zealand ones. We did watch one South African one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the host was very strange on that one.
Okay.
He was very like monotone.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well.
But nah, he was a cool guy. But yeah, very very good show, man. Very good show.
I'll definitely give it a shot. Maybe not this week, but maybe maybe next episode or the episode after, I'll give you my review on Survivor. But
you have
all
to,
I'm saying
you have
is,
to watch one full season.
okay, I'll watch
before you
I'll
do
watch
any
one
reviews.
full season and I'll give you my personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but fair enough. So you didn't waste time on dumb shows.
Exactly right.
I appreciate
But
that.
it just made me think. Like, winter is coming.
Not for you. You're still on season 3.
Nah, Game of Thrones is over for me. Sorry, so far, so listeners.
He'll never get back. So if you want to spoil the show for him, okay, look, I'm not even going to give you permission for that. I'm against it no matter what.
That's just cruel.
But to be fair, you're like 8 seasons behind.
Very true, very true. But it just made me think, when it becomes a rainy day and you're not motivated, you don't want to go out and do anything, what is there to do?
Okay, look, I've actually got some suggestions for you. But these are all things you would hate. But they are fantastic suggestions.
Okay.
Okay. Firstly, watch a movie, but you won't because you hate movies.
No. I watch movies.
Okay.
I once watched the best movie in the world.
Survivor?
Survivor Redemption.
Oh, wow. I'm actually
Nah,
very impressed.
you know what? I'm pretty sure it's like rated one of the highest movies ever.
It's on IMDb, it's still in one of...
Like, it is really good, but I didn't think I wouldn't say it's the best movie ever.
I feel like it was one of the earlier of its kind.
That's true. When it was made.
When it was made.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, there's been escape movies, but I think the way it was made, the story, all the emotions you feel, the character building,
Very
it's
true.
all good there.
And I think the year it was made impacts that as well.
94, shout out, best year in the world, because I was born in the 94. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you did the math, it's not 30, I'm 25, so you minus that. Besides the point. Another suggestion. Play a video game, but you hate those two, so you wouldn't do that.
No. I play video games. Trust me.
We've
I
all
play
heard
Mario
your opinion.
Kart, Pokemon.
We've heard it. We've heard your opinion, though.
Actually, you know what's a good game?
Yeah.
But they got rid of it.
Tell me.
Combat Arms.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember playing that?
I do remember.
Combat Arms by Nexon. That was, seriously, like, probably my favorite video game.
Yeah, but there's so many... It's like... You like that game, but you don't like the games that are like that game.
Nah, because no game is like that. That was so unique.
No, it was not. It was an average first-person shooter. What are you on about? What nonsense.
Nah, I think I liked it because it was just simple. And you could do it as, like, mini games. It was, like, simple, man.
But
I like that.
So... Okay. All we know for sure...
Nah,
Okay.
but your environment does change your perspective.
Another suggestion. For finally watch Lord of the Rings.
But I've watched...
If you watched all 3 extended versions, your whole day would have been finished.
No, but remember I have watched the first half an hour of the first one.
It does not count. Another thing you could do, but you also hate, sleep.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like sleep. I sometimes if I'm tired, I want to go to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
But-
Okay. I've got something that you would like. I would
Okay.
like too. And I got this idea. Shout out to Andrew. Every time I go to his place, he does this. Create your own cocktail recipe.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if you don't have the ingredients?
Well, then you can just have a Great Northern. Every time I go to Andrew's house, he'll make me a brand new cocktail of his own invention.
He must be stocked up.
He opened his cupboard and the bottles are falling out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowee.
So full shout out. That's
Might
something
have
you
to
could
head
do.
over. Andrew, hit us up for a cocktail night, man.
Yeah, cocktail recipe. So that's
Sounds
something
very
you could
exciting. But I'll tell you something I actually did do. You're not going to believe this.
do. Okay.
You are not going to believe this. It's something I never do.
It wasn't playing video games. It wasn't watching Lord of the Rings. It
You're
wasn't
not,
watching
you're not
a
going to
movie.
guess it. You're not
Okay,
going to guess it.
tell
But
me.
it's something I never do.
Okay.
I went online to buy some new clothes.
What?
I know.
If you guys could see my face right now, I'm in complete shock.
Dude, his eyes are as big as a golf ball right now.
I think the last time Chris bought clothes was 4 years ago when he bought shoes from Kmart, and he still wears to this day.
Nah, I've actually got a few pairs of shoes for my birthday.
So where'd you buy from? That's not you buying.
No, but this is the thing, right? I buy, like, clothes that I'm definitely going to wear.
Yeah.
And I cycle through and continuously wear them. So I don't see the point of buying clothes every single month, because then you end up with all these clothes, and then the ones you bought first, you never wear.
No, I don't do that either. What my problem is I don't know. Like, I never buy a ton of clothes at once, or it's a very rare occasion. Like, I'll see one thing, I like it, I might buy it. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. I do go through a couple of... I've been through phases, probably every, like, to be honest, probably every couple of years, where you, where you just go, look, I need some new clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I went through that, I think 2 years ago, where I bought, like, a whole bunch of new pants.
Yeah.
Where I have... Look, my body is unproportioned in every way possible.
Yeah,
I have extremely long legs, but then like thin waist, so it's like pants don't fit.
Yeah, every pair of pants you get are ankle bashes.
Well,
pretty much.
Essentially.
See, that's my I'm not very tall, but I'm not very short. I'm like average height. But most pairs of pants I buy, I have to roll up.
Yeah.
I have to roll up a little bit.
So I basically just get stretchy pants now.
Yeah.
It's just the best way to go. Comfortable, actually fits, and yeah, good times ahead. But you're not going to believe it, but I actually did buy clothes online.
I'm super impressed. I'm very impressed.
It took a very long time because I filtered through I went to one website first. I don't want to say the websites. I don't want to bag them. I went on one website and I added like a bunch of things in, and then I was like, I feel like I can get some better prices.
I knew it. You were looking for coupon codes. I knew it.
No, I didn't look for coupon codes.
No, look. To be fair, I always look for coupon codes. Dude, if I can get free shipping, if I can get free shipping, I'll get free shipping.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. It's generally free shipping if you spend a decent amount anyway.
Get this extension on Google Chrome called Honey.
Yeah, I've heard about that actually.
It's worked, I'd say, 90% for me.
Really?
90%
so the coupon codes actually work?
So the coupon codes work, it's just whether there is a coupon code.
Right, okay.
But it saves all your hassle for finding a coupon code. Like, you just press go, and then it'll find the best code for you.
Wow.
And it's these shopping sites where it mainly has it. But every time I'm on Deliveroo, I can never get free delivery with it because there's never a valid coupon code.
Yeah, very true.
So, yeah.
But yeah, essentially I started on this website first, and then I added a couple of things in, and then I was like, it's kind of like the same price as what I get at the shops.
Okay.
And I thought, I could probably find something better.
Yeah.
And then I had to pay for shipping as well, even though I was spending a decent amount. And I was like, well, this is just strange. So I tried this other website that Caitlin told me about. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I'll give you the name. Actually, I won't give you the name yet because the clothes haven't come yet.
Do you think I would have bought from there before? I think I've bought from there before.
Hang on. I'm not telling you. Because when the clothes come, I'll see if they're good quality, if they're well fitted.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they come in between, and I'll let you know in the next episode.
Let me know.
But essentially, I bought... What did I even buy? I bought clothes.
You know what? I'll buy some new clothes, and then our next recording session we'll wear new clothes while we record.
Okay.
We'll feel fresh. We'll be having fresh news.
Wow.
We'll be talking fresh.
So far, so fresh.
Oh my god, name change?
Nah.
I wouldn't have done it. It's stuck. It's stuck for these amount of episodes.
So far, so fresh. So I think I got a few shirts, a couple of shorts, which makes no sense because it's winter.
It's the best time to buy it because of the sales, man. It's the best time to buy it.
Yeah, it was pretty, true. But it's good to wear around the house.
Okay.
Well actually, I got a pair of pants as well. You're not going to believe that. Hopefully they fit.
Ankle bashes round 3.
Round 420.
You haven't bought that many pants in your life.
Yeah, that's very true. But so how crazy?
Yeah.
How crazy.
I'm
what
very
a day.
impressed. I'm very impressed.
But it's sometimes good, after a very long time of not buying clothes.
It feels good when you actually buy something for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a retail...
Which I never do because I'm just a giver. I just buy things for other people.
It's absolute nonsense. You know what else feels good? Listening to a So Far So Good episode.
That is very true,
And
which you have just done.
Exactly. And thank you so much for listening to us once again. And we hope you stay up to date with us. Want to also give another, probably last shout out of the episode to all the fans who constantly message us saying how they like the show, throwing out some suggestions here and there. So
yeah, we are absolutely loving it. You
Yeah.
are our favourite So Far So listeners. So once again, thanks for being So Far So Fresh, and we will catch you on the next one.
So far, so laters.